Hi guys, so here is what we're going to do. We are going to create a fun little Let It Snow project. I started with painting the background completely blue. This is a cool blue from Apple Barrel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my tape. We're going to put it in the middle of the round. So we're just going to kind of eyeball it. I did go ahead and paint it blue first, so I'm just going to eyeball it. We're not, doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Because we're just kind of seeing like what's... Because here we're going to make our Buffalo Plaid. So now I'm going to take just a little scrap piece of this because it'll give me kind of like how far I'm supposed to be apart. So let's grab another piece of tape. Now you can do this in any color you want. I've chose this blue. We're going to do a navy blue, and then we're going to mix them together. So those are going to be our three colors. I think it'll turn out good. I'm not really sure, but we're going to hope for the best. I'm just laying that tape down just to kind of give me an eyeball of like how far apart I should have them. Okay, I did the top part. Now let's go down here and do the bottom part. You see how I'm just putting the tape down just to kind of give me a eyeball of how far apart I should leave them. We are going to do Buffalo Plaid. I know Buffalo Plaid normally is red and black, but we're going to do the blues because I think the Let It Snow is going to look super cute on top of this plaid. Okay, now go ahead and keep your little piece of tape here. What we're going to do now is we're going to take, basically we're going to have three colors. So I'm going to do navy, this blue. We're going to mix these two together. That's going to be our third color. So let's put a little bit of this together and then we're going to paint these, that color. So I've got a little palette here. You can use a paper plate or whatever you have handy. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This I think I got at the Dollar Tree. I might have picked them up at Michael's. I'm not really sure. But I've got some navy out. We're going to put a little bit more of this blue. And we're going to take the paintbrush that I was just using for the background, and I'm going to take this blue here, and we're going to take some of the dark blue, and we're just going to mix it together, guys. We're kind of doing a mixture. So I want kind of a medium. I don't want like a dark blue, and I don't want that same color, light blue, but I do want like a mixture of the two. So we're going to kind of mix the paints together. And see how I kind of have a third color there? I've got a light, a medium, and a dark. So those are going to be our three colors. We're going to come in here with the medium colors and we're going to paint this. We're just going to paint it on. I would suggest when you're mixing your colors to make a bunch of it all at once, so you don't try to have to keep going with trying to make that same color over and over again. Because when you're blending colors, sometimes it's really hard to get the exact same color as you started with. So I would suggest putting a bunch of it together. And then, or you can find you a third color that is kind of this color here, and then you don't have to worry about blending the colors. But I think this is going to turn out really cute. Now you could use a sponge if you wanted to, if you didn't want to paint right over the top of it, over the top of that paint or that tape. But I'm not too worried about it. I think it's going to look just fine. Okay, now we've got our second color on here. Okay. So we've got our second color on. We need to let this dry now. Okay, guys, so it's nice and dry. I took my heat to it and I dried it really good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our tape off. You can see I've taken the middle piece off already. We're going to take our tape off. We're going to set it aside because you can use these here in just a minute if you want, or you can use all brand new tape. It's fine. Okay, now what we're going to do from here is we are going to do the same exact thing, but we are going to turn our board up and down now. So this is what we started with. Okay, we did it horizontal. Now we're going to flip our board where it is vertical, I guess, the stripes that we just put on it. And we're going to do the same exact thing. So we're going to put a piece of tape in the middle. We're going to put a piece of tape in the middle and we're just eyeballing it. Oh, I got my hair in it. Okay. So we're just going to eyeball it. Looks about good right there. We're going to use our little spacer that we have. And this is going to look weird, guys. It's going to look weird, but it's okay. Just go with it. Got a little piece up there at the top that we need to cover. Okay. Come down here, we're going to do the same thing. Put our little spacer. This is just painter's tape, guys, so just painter's tape and nothing fancy here. I think this might have came from the Dollar General. Okay, got our last piece there. We're going to take our little spacer off. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take that same color, the same color mixture. So we did the light and the dark, and we're going to mix it together and kind of make a medium size or a medium color. Okay. Let's mix those together. We're going to get a medium shade of that color together. There we go. That's kind of looking about the same. We're going to take it. We're going to make sure our tape is down good. And we're going to go ahead and we're just going to paint right over the top of it. All right, let's mix some more of that paint together. I think I'll have enough without having to put more paint out. We'll see. Oh, I don't need very much more, just a little bit more. Okay, now we gotta let that dry. Okay guys, now that's dry. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. I want to show you what it looks like. It's nice and dry. I'm going to, okay, here's the key to Buffalo Plaid. You have to leave this tape on, okay? The tape that we just used, we're gonna leave it on. Now we're gonna take the tape that we saved and we're gonna put it in. See how you can see like the light and the dark spots? We're gonna put the tape that we used previously, we're gonna put it right back where it was, okay? So where the light spots are, that's where we're gonna add our tape back. So let's do that now. Let's see. And it's okay if it doesn't get lined up exactly, but you're gonna be able to see in your lighting at home, you're gonna be able to see like,
that's like the funnest part ever.
you're gonna be able to see where this goes. So, sorry, I hit my computer and somebody was talking. So we're gonna line that one down. Like I said, we're gonna leave the tape that we just finished. We're leaving this tape on. And we are putting our tape in the spots that are light. I have something. I have fuzzies or something. Okay. Okay. So we're going to put our tape back where it was. Or close to. Like I said, and this is going to look funny. It's really going to look funny, and you're going to be questioning yourself whether or not you're doing it right or not. But just trust the process. Trust the process. So we're going to go ahead and put this back on this little spot here. I'm going to bring my piece up from over here. Okay, we've got one more piece. When we go to take the tape off, guys, that's where the fun begins. Okay, so I'm going to move this up because I got it stuck to my table now. I'm going to move it up just a little bit, give me a little bit more room here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just going to lay that tape down. I've got all the pieces. So we've got tape going this way and we've got tape going this way. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our dark color. So we're going to take our navy. Let me get a little bit more out here. We're going to take our paintbrush. Now you can rinse this off, or I'm not going to. I'm just going to use the same paintbrush here. And basically what we're going to do is we are going to paint everywhere there is not tape. So let's go ahead and get going. And this is, like I said, it's going to look funny, guys. Just trust the process, because when we go to take that tape off, you're going to see the Buffalo Plaid happen. You're going to see it happen. It's going to be magic. It's going to look funny. And you're going to question yourself. You're going to be like, okay, am I doing this right? What did she say to do? Guys, it's going to look really good. So you're going to want to use, every time you paint with this stuff, you're going to want to use like thin coats of paint. That's why mine is drying so fast, is I'm using thin coats of paint. But I'm also speeding it up because I'm recording it for you guys. I'm using my heat gun. So I'm also using my heat gun. You can use a hair dryer if you have one, or a heat gun if you have one. So we had that kind of sky blue or that like light blue color. And then we had the mixture of the navy and that light blue together. And now we're putting the navy on. So those are our three colors, okay? That's another little trick for you guys when you're doing Buffalo Plaid. Because a lot of times people try to do three coordinating colors. And really, you just need two. You need a light color and a dark color, and then you're going to mix those two together to make your third color, or the medium color. So, we've almost got this painted here. I need just a tiny bit more of that navy out. Okay, we've got it all painted now. Let me show you what it looks like here. Now, you can let the color dry. So see how now we have the squares painted? Okay, you can let the paint dry. I'm just going to hit mine with the heat gun real quick. And then we're going to start peeling that tape off so you can see the magic happen. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, there's one. Okay, here comes the magic, guys. OMG, look at that. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. There is our Buffalo Plaid tutorial, guys. What do you think of that? Now, what I would do maybe is take some sandpaper and kind of sand it down to give it a little bit more of a rustic-y look. But I'm going to hit this with my heat gun again real quick because I want to lay down the words. And then I'll come on here and I'll record me painting the words. And then we'll put it all together so you guys can see what it looks like total. I had a little bit of bleeding, but guys, I am not worried about that. Look at that. You can see a little tiny bit right in here, but I'm not worried about that. Look how cute that turned out. It's going to be so cute. Okay, let's lay our words down so you can see what we're doing. Just want to make sure it's completely. All right, now on your board, you're going to get one that is etched on there so you know exactly where to put the letters. I am eyeballing it, and it's going to be backwards to you because I have an Android phone. I will try to flip it in the recording. That is what our project is going to look like. It says, let it snow. Like I said, I'm going to sand this down just a little bit, and I'll show you the process. We're going to paint these white, probably add some glitter to it, and then our project will be finished. But I will come back on with more steps to do the whole project. I just really wanted to show you the Buffalo Plaid. Bye. Okay, guys, so we have our Buffalo Plaid done now. We're going to find a little piece of sandpaper. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but we're just going to go around it. We're going to kind of rough it up just a little bit. I just want to kind of lighten it up just a little bit. Give it some of that rustic-y kind of look. You can do this if you like. You do not have to do this part. So that's all I'm doing is I'm just coming along. I'm just roughing it up just a little bit. I'm going to go right around the edges because I really want the edges to kind of be that rustic-y look to them. I'm sanding with the grain of the wood. Now, I am, instead of gonna wipe this off with my hands, I'm actually gonna take a paper towel and I'm just gonna wipe this off towards my floor down here because I don't necessarily want all that in my face. And I will show you what it looks like, kind of roughed up a little bit. So there's my kind of roughed up sides. Just gives it a little bit of texture, guys. Not too much. Kind of softens it just a little bit to where it's not so... Anyways, there is the second step to that. Now let's go ahead and paint our letters. And we're going to add some glitter to it and it will be finished. So we're going to paint the letters white, guys. Let's do this. I'm recording in 2 places right now, so if I sound like I'm being weird talking wise or I'm not looking at the camera, it's because I'm recording in 2 places. So we are going to paint this white. We're going to paint our little snowflakes white as well. And then we're going to add some glitter to these. I believe you do not have to add glitter to them if you don't want to, but I am just using apple barrel white. This from Walmart. I'm going to take one of my little medium-sized brushes here. This is a number 6. I don't know what size that is, but it's just a medium kind of, well, a smaller flat brush. Put some white out on my little palette here. And I'm just going to paint over the top of this real quick. And then we're going to add some glitter once it dries really good. And then we're going to go to the next step. So all I'm doing here, guys, all I'm doing is I'm just going to paint the letters white. So nothing fancy here. I'm literally just going to paint them white. Because I think that will be cute. So instead of painting the back white, I decided to paint the back blue or plaid in the other case. You can do this with a sponge. You can do this with a paintbrush. I got these paintbrushes at the Dollar Tree. If you happen to come across the ones that have, it's a number, it is actually what it is it's a 3/4 inch flat brush, and then it has a fine brush with it. If you come across those, they're called the master stroke brushes. They're really good. This one here was another set from the Dollar Tree, and it has this one that's a little bit bigger than this, and then there's a third one with it too. But I separated them all out, and I don't know where they're over there in my other bag over there, so I don't know what size exactly they are, or I would tell you. But they came in a 3-pack as well. So, like I said, you could use a paintbrush, you can use baby wipes, you can use a sponge, whatever you like painting your letters with, you can do that. But we're just going to get some white paint down. And even if you get down in those cracks, it's okay. And if you need to, you can always come back over this with a second coat of white. I don't think I'm going to need it tonight, but you can if you decide you need it. This is a pretty fast project, guys, too. It's not going to take very long to do this project. This might be like the longest part right here is just painting the letters. So if you don't like to paint with the paintbrush on this, I would get you like a real firm makeup brush or a makeup sponge, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And you can just dab it on. Now, the Dollar Tree in the past has had really good ones that were kind of firm. But something changed with the makeup sponges that they had, and now they're super flimsy. So I have seen people get like sponges from the area that has like the dish stuff. They're yellow and green, and they just cut them up and they use the yellow part to sponge paint. I haven't tried it yet, but I will be soon trying that little trick, and I will let you know what I think about it. I don't think we're going to need another coat of this white on here. I went ahead and scored the letters on there this time because I do have all the letters. The only word that's actually all put together is let. So all the other letters are separate, and you'll have to glue them down. I don't know if you can see all this or not, but all I'm doing here is just painting the letters, guys. We're just painting it white. Nothing too fancy here. All right, now we've got snow. I love this file. I never get too worried if my paint goes down along the sides. If that really bothers you, I would use thin coats and use like a sponge. But it never really bothers me when the paint goes down on the side of the letters. But if you don't like that and it drives you bonkers, then I would use real thin coats and just do multiple layers of paint. I probably would not use a paintbrush to paint it. I would use a sponge or something like that along that lines, because with the paintbrush you tend to get it where it just kind of globs up and it just goes down the side sometimes. So, all right, we just about have all of our letters painted. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the heat gun to it. We're going to dry these letters really good, and then we'll add some glitter to it. And we'll see if we like the glitter with it or not. So we will put this down. Basically what we're going to do is we are going to put this down. We're going to foil the whole background of the blue part, and then we're going to put our letters over the top of it. And that's where I'm kind of wondering, like, should we put glitter down or not? I think we'll foil first and see how it looks. And then we will decide if we want to add the glitter to it. And if anything, we might just add the glitter to the snowflakes. And I am using glitter paint. I am not going to be putting actual glitter on it. So, okay. So we've got our words painted. Let's paint our little snowflakes here real quick. And then we are going to, oh, I put a bunch of white paint out and I did not need that much. My goodness. Now I got to think of something else that I can paint with white. I'm going to have to turn my little space heater off. I'm getting awfully warm in here. My face is turning all red. Okay. 1 snowflake. 2 snowflakes. All right, 2 snowflakes and 1 more. All right, 3 snowflakes. Now, okay, here's what ours is looking like, guys. We have to figure out if we want to put any glitter on this or not. Yours will be scored so you know exactly where to put your letters. Okay, you get the gist of what it looks like here. And we can put our little snowflakes on it. Now we have to decide if we want to put glitter on it or not. I think I am going to add glitter to the snowflakes, and we're going to see what it looks like. And then we'll decide from there if we're going to put any more glitter on it. But I kind of like just the way it looks right now. So what you're going to do from here is you're going to take your super glue that I've included, and you're going to glue your pieces down. So you can decide where you want to put your snowflakes. And basically you're just going to line up the letters where the score lines are. And that is your project. So let's put a little glitter on these and see what it looks like with the glitter. We'll do 1 and see how it looks. And then if we like it, we'll add glitter to the rest of it. And if we don't, then we'll call it good. We'll just do the snowflakes and see. Okay, so I'm going to add some glitter, and I will show you what this looks like up close to the camera. All this is clear paint with glitter in it. It is actual glitter paint. And I'm just kind of dabbing it on to make sure that the glitter gets onto the wood. Don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not, but there you go. We'll put that on there. I think it is going to need some glitter to it. It does look cute. Okay, guys, so basically I'm just going to paint the glitter onto the rest of the letters and the snowflakes. We're going to take our glue, we're going to glue it down, and then that is our project. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you.